Welcome to the Armenia campaign for Et Impera 1.2.6. Yes, this is the new designation for the update that's been in the beta release for a little while. It was finally released on the 17th of July 2020, if you're watching this in the future, and I'm very excited to take a look at it. Now, the consequence of the release of that update means that this campaign is going to come to an end relatively quickly, but I do want to do a few more parts just to test out the new battle mechanics, because the new 1.2.6 update is very heavy on rebalancing the battle components. The ammunition on artillery has been reduced, and I think their actual attack capability is bigger. We got new stats. Of course, we got the big issue with the cavalry disengagement penalty. And on top of that, we've also got the overhaul of the median faction. There's been changes to traits for barbarian factions. We'll be taking a look at that. What I'll most likely do is a quick separate video where I will look at some of the changes which aren't battle related. But the battle related stats we are going to be looking at in what's left of this series. And that brings me on to the next bit, which means I've got to think about the next series. Wow, this is all lots of things happening. And at the end of the last video, we were pushing against the Romans, and we come here. Now, I was considering fighting this, but I think what we might do is just go for the auto-resolve here, and we'll go protective. Because I don't really want to fight a siege battle. I'd rather fight a field battle or a smaller battle. So we've now taken this settlement here. I don't think we would have taken much. Wow, got up an Imperium level. Wow. So we got 2 more armies. That could be interesting. So we've now got an Imperium level. So we're just going to certainly. Well, we're going to have to convert that. Do I want to keep that there? Yeah. And we're obviously going to need to convert stuff and knock that down. So we've now pushed onto the coast of the Adriatic, but we've now got one that isn't directly a port. But it doesn't mean we're completely safe, because the Romans have a nasty habit of coming here with a navy and an army, and then the army shoots in and takes this settlement. So we're going to have to defend it. Of course, we want to attack here, and Ida here. It would be nice to get Segestica as well, and because our way in would be through here. But as I say, we're not going to play much longer. Probably another couple of parts just to learn at the thing. I'm just have a quick look at the battle stats, if there's anything changed with the army. It may not actually show up on here, because there are now special horses or cavalry mounts which give benefits as well, but we may not see those in this army anyway. So we've got that, and I think taking this summon actually brings this turn to an end, because I don't think any of these armies. I mean, you can march a little bit. How big is Segestica? I think we're going to bring this army forward, because I think we're just going to get a little bit over the top aggressive now, just to see if we can get in and fight a few battles, because it's the battle mechanics which are very important. Anyway, I think we're just going to go for an intern. But an entirely control, you still have issues. Actually, let's have a quick look at effective Imperium. So we're now maxed Imperium. How's the loyalty going? Yeah, the loyalty's good. So we've now got complete control of this area. Minus 35 loyalty, wow. Imperium level minus 15. Yep. Yes. We've got our nice characters here. Public order wise, got a little bit of a problem public order wise now. That's Thrake. Why have you got 182 turns? Why is my public order changed? Or was that just an effect? We have to keep an eye on that. I mean, this army here stood around doing nothing. He can come across and just patrol in this area. Some patrol. I mean, all these were way in the green once. If they change the squalor, I mean that minus 62 squalor seems to be way off the chart. Interesting. Anyway, I mean, I could bring.
At your service.
I think we can bring you into here as well. It's definitely, yeah. I think we're going to bring you down over here as well. And you're -1. Oh, you were actually in the same. Okay. So it was -1 with the army in patrol. Oh well, never mind. We'll see how that goes. I mean, if push comes to shove, all I've got to do is just reduce my tax level down to there. And I'm just going to go. Oh, we got a prof. Actually, where was that? Once again. What we can do is just do that. Give him bread and games. And that should fix that problem. Because I don't really need a edict for anything else. Okay, how many edicts have I got now? Let's have a look. Got 9 edicts. I wouldn't mind having an edict here, but what would I have? I mean, this is 10,000, so I think a tax harvesting edict here. Inscription. Welcome. I think we'll just drop the tax harvesting edict in there. Oh, I've still got unassigned skills. The release of the update has caught me a little bit off guard. I wasn't actually expecting it. But never mind. This is a. Who are you? You're a general. I think we'll just give you some, yeah, a little bit of anti-morale effect. Just going to get in here. Now that was a very long end turn, which is always to be expected when you've had a new update applied, because what happens is the game has to go through all the different factions and units to check and rebalance the things. I'm just going to go for that. We've got an increase in rank, hidden agent exposed, politician returned home. We've now completed improved defensive artillery. We've got some desertions over there. Not exactly. Okay. Missing supplies, but we don't have that problem. Child is born, child is born, child is born. Daughter comes of age, increase in rank. Ooh, obviously I got to put this army into port. So unseasonal conditions, yes, construction report. A little bit of construction report. Let's have a quick look at public order issues. Yeah, it looks like that over here was just a little bit of a fluke by the look of it, because that's now +8. So, and that could have been a consequence of the thing. Well, we can do that. Just put that in. We won't be able to see the benefits from it, so got this army here. Just gonna stop that up. Right, we got here. We got a garrison of 15 with 2. You've got our navy down here. I'd like to get into here, but to attack here, we're going to need 2 armies. I think these armies are still moving in. So we're going to have to move you forward. So what did we do? We got, what was it? Improved defensive art there, but so we've now got the master weaponsmith. So we've now completed all this chain. That chain's not quite complete. We've completed this, and we've got 1 left on here, fixed terrace. Probably be more inclined to have that or that. I think the fleet is probably slightly more important. So we got Segestica here. I think let's have a quick look here. Do we get anything? Wow. Got here concentrated fire stamp, Cambrian circuit, resistant to heat. Right, I think we're gonna. What is the garrison here? Interesting, because this is a cav army.
We fight for you, my lord.
That's my artillery army.
My lord.
I think this could be an interesting experiment. See whether a cav army can take down a garrison of 17. Yeah, I mean, if things go wrong, I can always retreat. I just want to see how effective my cav army is now under the new combat rules.
For you, my lord.
Yeah. So, of course, we're going to fight this. Right, they've come out on the field. Great, thank you. I want to fight in the rain. Yeah, there's been changes to barbarian traits as well. I'll probably have a look at those in a kind of separate video. I'm going to come here. What we got here? Slightly unbalanced. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What I have is the armored horse archers out here. We've got a nice open field to fight on. And we've got the light. We use the light horse out there, and we'll put the heavy horse in the center. And this is one of the changes with the new update. Now you can actually see the level of morale. So they're confident 70 to 85%. They're fresh. They got 100% strength. I wonder if you had to see that in the art the enemy is as well. That'd be very useful. Anyway, let's get into here. It's interesting. These guys are actually hidden. We've got 1 cav unit. So, horse archers out there. Get you onto skirmish mode. It's interesting, the AI is not attacking, they're actually taking up a defensive position. I think what we'll do is get you into 3 and 4. 3 and 4. That's interesting in the fact they're not waiting. I don't think these are archers. They're actually very. Again, you can actually see their capabilities. Fascinating medium shot cav. I think I would like to take on there. We're going to go after there. And we kind of drawn them this way. We're actually splitting into 2 units. That's interesting. I'm just going to be quite interested to see how these guys actually work. Hey, what are you firing there? So this is the taking fire. Wait. Right. If there's a disengagement penalty. Right. We've got missile troops coming in on that side. Cavalry this way. It's interesting, it says they're winning decisively. Ah! So busy looking, and he made a bad mistake. I suppose in some ways the Romans are probably not the best example for... These guys are getting totally wrecked. Shoot that way. Let's get a charge in. And general over that way. Pull you that way. I just want to see if we can get what an effect of a charge on these are. Well, these guys are running. Come on. On the battlefield. So they're wavering, they're fresh strength, melee battle, losing decisively. And actually, you come here, you come over here, and support these. Horse archers. You switch your attention onto these, you come this way. You come that way. Pull that way. You disengage. See if there's a disengagement penalty. Go that way. Armored horse archers that way. How have you got here? Hey, don't get caught in that corner. Hey. Right, let's get the heavy melee infantry in behind.
Our general is under attack. What are your
You
orders?
go this way, you go that way, you go that way. I've lost my...
Our orders.
Cavalry!
Azats.
It says they're losing decisively.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Yep.
Ready, men. Shock cavalry ready.
Shot Gav, come.
Brak. At the ready.
Right, we're nearly out of ammunition.
Armored horse archer. Missile cavalry at your command.
Actually, you split that way.
My lord. Orders, my lord.
You take them.
Get the brak.
Cavalry that way.
Armored horse. Royal cataphracts.
Wow.
Orders, my lord.
Get you that way. A bit worried about the... How you doing here? You got 100% morale. These are down to 70.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Into there. What we got over here? Right, these guys are going. %90 strength.
At the ready. For glory.
Push out that way.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Interesting. In some ways, these infantry units seem to be breaking quicker than they did before. I mean, unless the Romans have been nerfed a bit.
We await your order.
Yeah, well, you're a wuss anyway. Okay. Archers in. You guys take. You've lost a little bit, but not as much as I was expecting. Hey, out of the way. Okay.
Orders, my lord.
One of our units
Got
has used
here.
all its ammunition.
Right, so we've now engaged.
Azats.
Disengage. We get any disengagement penalties? No. Okay.
Swift and accurate.
They're heavy melee.
Swift and accurate. Awaiting orders.
Okay, we'll pick these units off one at a time. Apologies, this isn't a proper battle as such. Oops. I mean, we're doing very well actually, considering what when I read the patch notes, and they were talking about the reducing the cav penalties. Right, these guys are tired. We're fresh, so it looks like being tired has a really big impact. So they're wavering, so their morale is very low. So we're certainly gonna have to watch morale in the future. Attack you. Just heavy melee infantry. Of course, detach you. I think maintaining integrity and protecting flanks is going to be very important going forward, because they just seem to be, as soon as the cavalry gets in amongst them, definitely going to have to double check the patch notes and actually Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to double check the patch notes and see what. Right, these guys are. Yeah, they're very tired. I think tiredness has a big effect now. You can see here. Yeah, shattered. Wow. I've never actually had a Roman army do that before, where they've literally collapsed when they're still got units on the field. Just gonna have a little bit of fun with this. So, shattered army loss. Oh, so it's an army loss penalty. That is definitely something that's going to need to be taken into consideration. Yeah, what's actually happened is because the army was so broken, the actual army loss penalty kicked in. Well, we'll let the general have some kills. Yeah, that was very interesting. I was expecting to take a lot more damage with my cav army. I mean, except for that one unit that got caught, I took very little casualties at all. I took 102 losses, killed 2,184. Once we get back on the campaign map, I will take a quick look at the patch notes and see if I can check this cavalry disengagement penalty, because we don't seem to have suffered from it. I mean, true, it was only a garrison, but yeah. Okay. Tradition, Brothers of Arms. It's only going to take that. I'm going to cancel that and dismantle it. We're going to put that there, and we're going to dismantle that. Goats, or well, we don't need growth, so we're going to go down that path. Put that in. What I've done is I've just took a look at the patch notes, and it's quite interesting in the sense that they've reduced the charge bonus of cav on frontal attack, so it makes flank and rear cavalry charges even more important on a battle. They have increased the casualties on disengaging cavalry from combat, but maybe that's if you charge an organized unit and the cavalry is under pressure. If the unit itself, so I think it's going to be quite important to, if you're going to mount a charge, is to remain engaged until the unit breaks. And I checked the list of factions with specialized forces, and unfortunately Armenia isn't part of that. So that's going to be quite interesting. And in addition, they've also reworked the morale mechanics, so maybe now even organized units, but maybe now even powerful units will break it once their formations are broken. So that's something that's going to need to be considered.
My lord.
Where would we go? I think we'll
Treading softly.
come down to here. The Istos. I don't think I would want to go charging into here just yet. This army can come over. We could bring two army assault. How big's the garrison here? 15, 17. Yeah. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to have an infantry battle now. We're going to come in here and hit here. And of course, this would normally be an auto resolve, but as we're experimenting with the new battle mechanics, we're going to come in here. We'll see how well my infantry does now. They've also reduced the amount of ammo in archers, and I think they also knock back infantry when they strike. So we'll have a look at that as well. And start deployment. And we got a little bit of. This is the army with no actual spearmen in it. I think we'll have put one Thracian warrior on behind like that. think what we'll have is we have the cavalry over this side, just in case they put their navies ashore. And again, we're going to have our archer units on this side, like that. Anything special about here? No, so the stats remain the same. Confident heavy melee infantry. Okay, let's start the battle. Actually, they're coming at us, so we're just going to wait a little bit. Bring the moving fast. I think maybe we will move these forward a little bit in that direction. Move you a little bit in that direction. Again, the AI is being a bit intelligent. They're not dashing us straight out at us. We can come in here. Right, it looks like these are just light missile troops, so we should be able to take those out.
What are your orders?
Where's the Thracians?
At your service. We await your orders. Quick march. Archers. What are your orders?
You close up. Thracians staying behind.
We are at your command. Archers.
Archers come over there.
Melee infantry ready. Archers. Tribunos.
It's quite an interesting position by the defenders.
Arabies through. Awaiting order.
Shoot there. Get these in position.
Heavy cavalry. Prepare to engage.
We'll just let them get ashore.
Archers. Ready. We await your orders. Melee infantry.
Melee infantry forward.
Orders, my lord. What are your orders? We
go.
are at your command.
Certainly take it. I'm not taking them down that quickly.
We await your orders.
I think
Riders
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
um,
missile. Loose.
mm,
What are your orders? Melee infantry.
Our general is under attack.
eager, 85 to 100%, tired, -2 morale. Oh, so it actually tells you a general nearby.
At the ready. We are at your command. Arabies through.
You fire into the back. Hey,
Cataphracts.
general here. Yeah,
Thracian warriors.
Thracians up.
Awaiting orders. What are your orders? Swift and accurate. Swordsman. Orders, my lord.
You shift your focus onto those. Keep going.
We are at your command.
What we got here? There's combat even. So you see if a flanking attack has an effect on morale.
Archers.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
We will darken the sky.
You
My lord.
fire onto those.
Tell us.
Right.
At the ready. To charge.
Oh, okay, they got it. So under missile fire, so missile fire actually reduces.
Our orders ready. What are your orders? At the ready. Horse archers.
Horse archers.
One of our units
I
has used all
think
its
we're going to need to get you to move around here. Move the archers in. How are you doing? Superior local forces.
Cataphracts.
Let's see if we can focus fire on that general. See what if we can get. See what effect we can get. Cavalry. Actually, you guys fire into the backs of those. Thracians. Wait, what are you doing over there? Pull out archers. Now the key factor is going to be is if you start firing at your own troops, will that have an effect on General In?
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, we've got their general under pressure. I move my general there. Says formation breached. Will this change? Yeah, general nearby. General nearby. So having your general nearby is going to be quite important as well. That's actually quite good. Okay.
We are at your command.
I don't think I'm actually going to need you, so you go over there.
We are at your command. Infantry at your command.
A lot of these guys just stood around doing nothing at the moment. Right, this is winded, 80%. So when they're winded, it's 80% strength. Low threat. Fascinating. Actually,
The battle is turning in our favor.
you come that way. You come this way. If I get you in close, and then we fire this, see what the effect this has. That doesn't really show. Right. Again, they're collapsing very quickly. 10% morale. You go away, you're killing my own troops. Fascinating. Okay, you withdraw. You push in. You push in. And down they go again. Just going to continue again, just have a quick look at the stats. But basically, they've got no morale now. They're winded, 80% strength.
Has used all its ammunition.
Very, very interesting. Anyway, just going to quit battle. Lost 167. It's interesting that we're able to take these settlements with very little casualties with these high performance armies. It'd be very interesting to see if you had a battle against a very elite army, how much impact you would actually have. Gotcha. Down you go. Just gonna military traditions. We got you there. I think what I'd like to do.
I am the one. embarking, my lord.
Yeah, let's get you over to here.
There is honor in service.
Oh, I hate this place, isn't it? It's where you've got to go all the way round. It'd be interesting to see what forces they've got in Taris there. I've moved this army.
Ready for orders.
I think have I got another army over here? Got this army that's my
Ready for battle.
recruitment army.
At once.
You're going to have to come down this way. And you can pick up a...
Is that all, my lord?
What we got here? Spearman. Armenian pikeman. I can get
Are you ready to serve?
some more of these in. No, yeah, just stick with those.
We fight for you.
So what we'll do is bring this army
We fight
down
for you, my lord.
out there,
Make haste, men.
and he can work with this army
We have further
to take on Apollonia. So we've effectively now pushed the Romans back on multiple fronts. I think those were a very interesting couple of battles. I must admit I was a bit worried about cavalry disengagement and charges, but that doesn't seem to have the impact I was expected. But I'm very interested in how the morale mechanic works, especially on infantry. So that's actually given me a little bit of food for thought about the next faction I was going to play, because I was going to focus very much on playing a cavalry orientated faction. Now I'm a little bit orientated towards maybe infantry faction. I mean, that really lifts the prospect of doing Egypt, because I think Egypt's got a nice mix of units, which could be an interesting way to try out this new update. Alternatively, we could go west and find a faction over there, maybe play a barbarian faction. I haven't played a barbarian faction in a long time. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.